Hello everyone, it's a very cold Tuesday morning and I'm going over to the tram stop here so I can get a tram to the depot because for some reason I decided it'd be a good idea to go on what's probably the coldest day of the year so far to the tram depot. And the reason I'm going there is to see something that I haven't seen in quite a while. So let's go. You long-time subscribers for more than a year will remember one of the first videos that I did where we tried to do something. Soon we're hoping to get on one of the tram trains to go to Rotherham Parkgate. So yeah, we tried to get to Rotherham Parkgate on the first ever day of tram train services in the UK. But unfortunately we encountered a few minor issues. Turns out that quite literally that plan has been derailed. Yeah, they had a few problems with the trams. So there was a crash and we lost one of the vehicles. And then coincidentally there was another crash about a couple of months later with another one. Both of these are tram trains, and since they have 4 tram trains, they actually have 7, but 3 of them are used as normal trams. That meant that they'd effectively lost half of the fleet. They'd lost 2 out of the 4 tram trains they used to go to Rotherham, which is a problem. So because of the damage, what they had to do was get the broken ends of one of the trams, or tram trains I should say, and get the broken ends of another one of the trams, and they had to put those together and send them off to be repaired. So they've been over in Valencia since. They've been there for about a year. Tram. But there's some good news that I've heard, and I heard it yesterday, and that is that they've finally returned back from Valencia. They've been repaired, both of the ends of the 2 tram trains, and now they're back and they're here. That tram train you might have just seen a video of. I don't know if the camera managed to film because it's so cold. You can see by my breath it's freezing this morning. I've heard it's going to go below 0 degrees. But anyway, back to tram trains. The one you just saw was the bits of the 2 trams that crashed, and they were the good bits. So what they did was they had 2 trams that crashed. There was 202 and 204. So obviously both tram trains, they had one end a bit broken. They both crashed at Staniforth Road. I've heard there was a problem with the traffic lights. But yeah, they had one end of each tram that was broken and one end of each tram, therefore, that was not broken. So what they decided to do was they got the ends of the trams that weren't broken, they put those together and they made a brand new 202. And that's been operating since. And they've also converted 206 into a tram train, so they've still got 4, but they've only got 2 of the ones that they use as normal trams. So it was the broken bits of 204, which are that was the one that I saw on the first day, and then that one is 202, and that's the one that crashed a couple of months later at the very same place as well. So the broken bits, they were damaged quite severely and they had to go over to Valencia in Spain. And they've been there for nearly a year, so see these again, it's weird to think that I've not actually seen these 2 for maybe a year now, maybe more, I'm not sure the exact dates they went. Arrived late yesterday evening. I got told it was going to be this morning, but they seem to have arrived a little bit early. And they're actually here now, but I think they were unloading them this morning. I'm probably not going to get them on video unloading them, but it's good news really that they've finally arrived back in the UK and back in Sheffield where they belong, fully fixed and fully intact. Hopefully this time they're going to stay that way. It's been a very quick video, this one. I've noticed it's not very long. There's not really much to say, but it is quite big news that these 2 tram trains are finally back in the UK, and we're going to be back to a fleet of 7. So there's going to be 7 of these, and we're going to have 4 tram trains and 3 tram trains that are used as trams. So we're finally back to normal. So yeah, like I say, hopefully we're not going to have another incident. I've heard that there was an issue with the traffic lights at Staniforth Road where they both crashed. Hopefully that's been fixed now. But yeah, it's great to see them back. So, hello, 204, and welcome back to the UK.